All right, so you should have just finished your bell ringer and finished discussing it. So that is what we're doing today. We're talking about argument. So during your bell ringer, you should have chosen a stance. So you should have chosen a claim. So whether social media makes us less social, more social, or social media hasn't changed the way that we socialize. All right, and you should have come up with pieces of evidence to support that. You need to make sure your evidence is centralized or very focused towards social media making us more or less, whatever to do with social. Okay, so an example for less social could be whenever people are out with their friends, they are spending more time on their phone looking at pictures, whatever they're doing on their social media, instead of actually socializing or interacting with the people around them. Okay, social media makes us more social. You could say that you can connect with thousands of people from different places, which is expanding your friend list, basically, which is expanding the amount of friends that you have and allowing you to socialize with more people. So that in turn makes you more social. And social media hasn't changed the way that we socialize. So, we still socialize the same. It's just, a different way that we can do it. So those are some things that you could have said. You shouldn't have put something like, oh, it kills your brain cells, or there could be inappropriate stuff online. You shouldn't have put something like that because that really has nothing to do with how we socialize. Okay, so today we're talking about arguments. And if you look on the board, there is a chart that talks about building a strong argument. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about building a strong argument is that you need to have a claim. And I want you all to listen very carefully whenever I go over this because, one, you're going to need it. Two, this is exactly what you could use to convince your parents that you need something. All right, so pay attention. So a claim, first you need to state your claim. Your claim is a statement the writer is trying to prove is true. So it's almost an opinion, okay? It's not persuasion. You're not trying to persuade somebody because that uses like feelings. It's like those dog commercials with Sarah McLachlan singing Arms of an Angel. You're like, oh my gosh, it gets me right in the feels and I want to buy a dog. Argument deals more with logic, okay? So you're not going to say, I think, I believe, okay? So let's pretend you're trying to convince your parents that you need a new phone or you need a phone. Let's just go with a phone. Okay, so your claim, I need a phone. Okay, you're stating what your argument, what your presentation is going to be about. I need a phone. Okay, then your reason, that is your statement that supports your claim and it tells why. Okay, so it tells why you need a phone. So claim, I need a phone. Reason, I need to be able to contact you in case of emergency. Okay, so that's explaining why you need a phone. Okay, then you're going to need evidence. Evidence is proof from a credible source, okay? So it's not Wikipedia. It's not because my mama said. It's not you heard it from a friend. You have done research, and it is from a reliable source that is proving your point, okay? So claim, I need a phone. Reason, I need to be able to contact you in case of emergency. Evidence. You could say there was a bus wreck, and if you were one of the kids on that bus, how would you be able to contact your parents to let them know that there was a wreck or to let them know that you're okay? All right, then you're gonna have explanation. You can't just give them a piece of evidence. You have to explain your evidence. So that's the explanation. It explains what the evidence proves, okay? So explanation, if I didn't have a phone, you would have never known what happened, or you would have been wondering if I was okay. So what? The so what is why should they care? Okay? Why should your parents care that you need a phone? Okay? So it could be something like, let's see. If I wasn't able to call you, then no, I don't like that one. So the so what would be like, I always have to borrow your phone, and then you don't have a phone for me to call in case of emergency. Or, if I had my own phone, I wouldn't have to take yours. Or you can go, back to something with in case of emergency. Emergencies happen all the time, and you don't want me to be without communication. What if it's my only means of communication? If I were kidnapped, or I was the only person, conscious after a bus wreck or something. That's the so what. That's kind of where you're going to get them in the fields a little bit. This is why you need to care. Okay, the counterclaim. This is where some people mess up. The counterclaim, you have to state the opposing claim. Okay, so you have to say the opposite of what you're saying. So for example, I know that you think I'm too irresponsible for a phone. Okay, so your mom's going to say you're irresponsible. So you're just going to go ahead and say it. I know you think I'm irresponsible. Then you do the refute. That's when you shut it down. You explain why you are not irresponsible. Okay, that's the rebuttal. So counterclaim. I know that you think I'm irresponsible. Refute. However, I've done my chores every day this entire school year. I've grown up a lot, being in middle school. You could say that what better way to learn responsibility than to be given a chance with a phone, whatever, okay? And then your conclusion, you basically restate your claim that you need a phone, and then you summarize your argument with all the stuff that you said, okay? Now I want you to practice this, okay? You're going to practice this, possibly, okay, on the sheet that says elements of an argument matching. What you're going to do, the things that we just went over, like claim, reason, evidence, explanation, so what, counterclaim, refute, and conclusion, okay? They're all listed in this little column here, and they're all on the board. Feel free to look at the board. You can also take a picture of it and look at it on your phone. An argument that has been written right here, okay? It was broken down and then shuffled around, okay? So it's not in the correct order. So you're going to read these and figure out, okay, which one is the claim? Then you'll draw an arrow to wherever it is, okay? Which one is the reason? Draw an arrow, okay? I'm not drawing an arrow to the correct one, so don't try to follow my finger. So I want you to pause the video, take a couple minutes to get this finished. Okay, we should be finished by now, so let's go ahead and check our answers. Okay, so here are the answers. So for claim, you should have you should have matched it to, Mom, I need a car. The reason, because I have to go places that you cannot take me. Evidence, ACT prep is at 4 when you're at work. Explanation, since ACT prep is at 4, I'll need a car to drive myself. So what? I know you want me to take ACT prep and improve my score, but I need a car to do that for you. Counterclaim, I know you think I could ride with friends. Refute, but none of my slacker friends are taking ACT prep. Conclusion, where'd it go? I need a car so that I can take ACT prep like you want me to. All right, so I'm going to go over that a little slower. So claim, this is the statement of what I'm trying to prove. Mom, I need a car. I'm just stating it, okay? Your reason, this is just kind of explaining why you need a car, okay? And in the most basic form, it's because I have to go places that you can't take me. Now, for that reason, you're going to need a piece of evidence to prove it, okay? And that piece of evidence is going to be ACT prep is at 4 when you're at work, okay? That proves that she has to go somewhere that her mom can't take her, okay? Then you need to explain that piece of evidence. You need to explain why ACT prep at 4 is a bad thing, okay? So since ACT prep is at 4, I'll need a car to drive myself. So she explained that evidence. So what? So why should mom care? This is where she turns it on her mom, okay? I know you want me to take ACT prep and improve my score, but I need a car to do that for you, Okay? She's saying, I need to do it for you. This is why you need to care about me getting a car. This isn't about me. It's about you. Counterclaim. So she anticipates that her mom's going to say, you can just ride with your friends. So counterclaim, I know you think I could ride with my friends. Then she refutes. She explains why that's wrong. She says, but none of my slacker friends are taking ACT prep. Okay, then she has a conclusion. I need a car so that I can take ACT prep like you want me to. Okay, so she sums everything up in that one sentence. Okay, this I want you to keep because not this Friday, but next Friday, we're going to start on a debate. And I really want you to kind of have this to kind of show you what things I'm looking for. Okay, so keep that in your binder. Okay, so now I want you to look at a page that says argument or evidence. Okay, I want you to take, an argument. I'm sorry, I forgot to explain it. An argument is like an opinion, a claim. You're stating your claim. I need a car. Okay, someone can argue both sides. Okay, evidence is literally just a fact. Okay, so pause the video, take, like 1 or 2 minutes to do questions 1 through 4. Okay, so 1, Daisy, Augie's dog, died. Is that an argument or evidence? It's evidence. It's just a fact that Augie's dog, Daisy, died. Okay? Losing Daisy had a major impact on Augie. That's an argument. Okay? You could argue both sides of that. You could say it had a big impact or it really didn't have an impact. Okay? Jack was a great friend to Augie. That one is also argument because you could argue both sides. Some people would agree with that. Some people would disagree. Okay? And then Jack talked bad about August on Halloween. That's just a straight up fact. Okay? So that would be evidence. Okay? Makes sense? So in the first 1 through 5, you're going to list 5 evidence statements. So 5 random facts about anything. Okay? I just want to get you used to writing evidence statements. Then you're going to write 5 argument statements. Okay? So that is something that can have 1 or more sides. So an example, Miss Carlton is a terrible person. Okay? Some people would be like, yeah, totally. Other people would be like, no, she's great. Okay? So things like that. However, I want you to think long and hard about your 5 argument statements because I'm going to look at them and kind of determine if I want to use some of those for your debate topics. Okay? So make some really good ones. Okay? After you get that finished, you have 2 articles. Okay? I want you to read the 2 articles, and as you read it, I want you to annotate. Remember, annotations are crazy lady notes. I want you to highlight or underline and make sure that you write what it is. I want you to identify the claim, reason, evidence, explanation, and so what in the 2 articles. Okay? Highlight, underline, whatever you want to do. Okay? So just make sure that you get that annotated. Identify those things for me. None of those have a counterclaim, refute, or conclusion, and there's very few so whats. And one of the articles actually doesn't have a claim. So do your best. I will grade this. Don't just highlight everything and make sure you label. Okay? Be good for the sub. Get to work.